So Dave, we would have you take over the floor. Welcome everybody. Today we're gonna have Dave. He has a very good and new information for travel nurses and everybody, not just travel nurses. Actually, the information he has today, it concerns every taxpayer in Canada. So it's brand new information, new updates from the CRA. So I'll advise that we all listen, participate, make him enjoy his stay so that he can always come back as well, ask questions. He's more than willing to respond to that and answer them. Any tax related questions, you're more than welcome to share. So thank you all. Enjoy the session and thanks for coming. Dave, you can take over.
Hello, everyone. So one of the new slips that is new this year that nearly everybody has been getting, it's called the RC210, Advanced Canada Worker Benefit Statement. Now, what this slip is doing is it's coming in as an amount owed after deductions. So if you had a refund in the past, this is going to lessen that refund. If you had an amount owing, this is going to increase that amount owing. So there's no way around it. However, I do have a URL that I'm going to post in the chat that you can read up about it if you so inclined. And if you need any more help or advice, I'm always here to assist you and help you. But that is one of the most troubling slips I have seen this year.
So Dave, if I may ask, like, what are the information, like, what is the slip all about? Like, what is it that makes people to owe more or have less return?
It's because of how it's coming in. If it were to come in with the deductions, it would just be an extra expense that would be lessened by the deductions. But because it's coming in after the deductions, that's where it's hurting a lot of people.
Oh, so it's coming. So what is it like? What are we supposed to be aware about it? Like, what are we supposed to take note about it in order to avoid being in trouble with it? Like, what are
Unfortunately,
we?
there's nothing we can do to lessen the burden that this is going to cause. It is still early enough that we can contribute to the RSPs yet still. We have until February 29th, so I know that deadline is coming up awfully fast, but if you touch base with your financial advisor, they can help contribute even after the deadline. I think the maximum deadline is March 15th.
Okay, March 15th. And so by contributing to the RSP window, does it make you have less, like, does it reduce your chances of being dinged by this new policy?
No, but it does reduce the amount owing.
Right.
So if
Okay, yeah, so that you have less of a negative.
exactly.
Is there sorry.
Jackie has asked a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's new this year. It's not necessarily a new tax, but a new benefit that is being taxed. And
So let's read her questions for those that are to watch the recording later.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
Jackie asks, so the government has issued this new form. It's a new tax, or how are they justifying this form? And are all taxpayers will receive this form from whom? This is a form from the government. It is new this year. It's not necessarily a new tax, but new income that is being taxed. So if your income was low enough to qualify for Canada Working Benefit last year, which some of my sole proprietors had, they would have received this Canada Working Benefit advanced payment, and it's considered taxable income. So those that would have received it are going to get dinged, and some have been dinged by about $400 to $1,200.
Hmm. So basically, it affects those who are receiving a certain benefit. I just don't want to understand what their target is. Like,
Well, it's the
what
government.
is their
Their target is to
target?
get as much money back from the people as possible because they were stupid and handed out a bunch of money during COVID. So,
Oh my goodness. So in a situation like this, how how does, that's not obviously not everybody received COVID money.
right,
So those that didn't receive it,
they're still
what?
going to be affected if their income is low enough. So, the income threshold for Canada Working Benefit is roughly around the 16,000 to 30,000 mark. So if your income is higher than that, now that's income after expenses, then yes, you would have qualified for the Canada Working Benefit. Those that didn't qualify for the Canada Working Benefit will not be affected by this new slip.
Okay, the slip only affects those that had the Canada, the CWB,
Yes,
Canada Working
last
Benefit.
year.
Oh,
Yeah.
last year.
Mhm.
Okay, and so they received some money from the government to help, kind of
Yep,
an assistance. And because we received that money, they kind of, they want to get it back from us somehow.
of course.
Wow. Okay.
Just another
So
sly move by the government.
right, right. And so like what are they maybe adding an extra tax to the money that was given to you? Like, okay, you received this amount of money from us. We're gonna tax you for that amount that you received because maybe we didn't take out tax. And so we're gonna add, like, let's say a certain
Well,
amount
in
of
the past, what happened was the Canada Working Benefit was given to us as a refund added to our tax return and was never taxed in the following year. So this year, they're trying to compensate for that extra money that they're handing out.
okay. Okay. That that kind of makes sense because maybe when they were handing out the money, they didn't tax it at all.
Mhm.
Okay, which would sound more like something that they didn't sit down to think about before before doing, and then now they're blaming us for their mistake.
Of course, typical.
Because usually, for example, like maternity leave is taxed. All
Yeah.
of this money that they give, they tax it. So, but this one, they probably gave you without taxing it, and now they're coming back to ding people for it, which
And let's
it's
talk about maternity leave since you brought it up. Maternity leave during COVID was never taxed. And so if it was taxed, it was only taxed at 10%. Now, the individual tax rate is 15%. So those that were on EI in previous years would always end up in an owing position because of the 10% versus the 15%. And so the best way to avoid that is if you're planning on going on maternity leave, is to have a phone call done to EI and have them take extra tax off.
wow. Oh, Canada, Canada, Canada. They never stop. Does anybody have any questions about taxes for Dave? Let's see. Faith, Jackie, do you guys have any questions? Faith, you're unmuted. Do you have something to say?
Yes, I just wanted to ask, is it possible to do taxes like is it possible to do individual like corporate taxes by yourself, or is it very complicated?
You can do them by yourself. That's not a problem. Staples has a TurboTax package you can go and pick up for 250 bucks and do the taxes yourself. I recommend that for the no income corporate tax returns that you would have to get done just to be in compliance. Because with corporations, if you don't file your taxes every year, you run the risk of being dissolved. There's two parts. There's the provincial part and the federal part. The provincial part gets renewed every year at the registry. It's usually about $80 roughly, depending on the province you're in. And the corporate tax return fees, depending on the accountant, can range anywhere from 1,500 to 5,000, depending on the complexity of the corporate return.
Okay. So you say TurboTax in Staples, right?
For 250, and that would be only recommended for the bare basics. And if you're trying to go that route, I would recommend reaching out just to have a consult, make sure you're doing it correctly, because there are a lot of nuances that would be missed if you're doing it yourself.
Okay. Can I reach out for consult?
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and drop the my booking software link in the chat here. So you can go ahead and book a time that works for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Now, I've been doing taxes for quite a while. I have been doing this for over 12 years, over 1,000 tax returns roughly per year. And at this point, nothing surprises me. I've had people who are 10 years behind. I've had people who end up owing the government 26,000 to 50,000 to $220,000. And I've helped them get it down to a more manageable number. I do remember this one sole proprietor that I helped. She had 100,000 in income and she owed the government $26,000 at the end of the year. And she asked, how do I fix this? How do I avoid paying taxes? I simply told her, get incorporated. If you can leave the money in the corporation is taxed at 10.5 versus the 29% that you're being taxed at currently. Well, she went ahead and did that. And the very next year, she made an extra 50,000. So on 150,000 income, the tax that she paid for the corporation was $100. And she got a refund as a sole proprietor for part of the year that not only covered that amount, but my fees as well.
Wow. So, okay. So that makes me feel a bit better because I haven't filed my taxes for 3 years now.
Not a problem. I just helped a guy file 3 years worth this morning.
Okay. And you say you can get refund even if you never pay taxes?
Sometimes there's benefits to filing even if there's a zero return. There's GST to watch out for, there's climate action to watch out for. And if you made just a little bit of money, there's the Canada Working Benefit that you
Yeah.
can't qualify. It'll still be on the refund section of the return this year if you qualify. But again, with this new slip, I'm concerned that if you get it this year, you're gonna end up owing the following year because of it.
Okay.
I just wanted to add, Dave. Sorry, Faith. I just wanted to add that the refund that you're getting is to your personal, because some people expect to get cash value returns for incorporations, but we should probably you should probably clear that up so that they don't think that the government is gonna give them cash money for
So with
corporations.
corporations, there is no such thing as a refund. It's just a loss carry forward. So if your corporation is in a loss position, that loss is not a refund. That's just simply moving the tax owing down the road. So if your corporation the following year makes money and you end up owing taxes, that loss that you had in the previous year is going to be brought up and take away that amount owing by a percentage. Yeah, corporations never get refunds. They're either owing or not owing. That's the only options.
Okay. And you said leave the money in the corporation as much as possible.
100%.
But then how do you spend? How do I spend money then if it's I'm leaving money there?
There's 3 ways to get paid from your corporation. So one of the most common ways is to pay yourself a salary and just a livable wage, just enough to pay your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, and your living expenses for the month. You take that out as a salary, and that's called a T4. The second option, also pretty popular, is the dividend option, which is a T5. It's like a bonus at the end of the year. Unfortunately, that one causes people to owe. So with the T4 salary, there's tax withheld, there's CPP withheld, but as a corporate owner getting money from the corporation, you're EI exempt. So there will be no laying off and going on maternity leave for the corporate owner. And the third option is a shareholder loan. It's a little bit more tricky because you have to clear the balance of the shareholder loan account every year, or at least every other year. And you can take that money free and clear, tax-free. If you paid to have the corporation registered and you're paying into the corporation to keep it going, to help the corporation pay its bills until it gets on its feet, the corporation then owes you money and can pay it out tax-free.
Okay, just thank you for that information. So just
Oh.
one more question. Is it still salvable? Is it like can I salvage my company if I have spent the money and there's nothing yet there?
So you took too much money from the corporation?
No, let's say there's not even money in the corporation. I kept spending it.
Oh, so your corporation is in a loss and you still want to pay yourself?
No, I got paid. I got skipped on spending the money, but I want to be able to do the taxes and make it look like I had a loss.
Not a problem. Easily doable.
Okay.
And that's where I would say, Faith, that it's not good to do your incorporation tax yourself, because there's way more into it. Because just from your questions, I can tell you have a whole lot of things going on that you shouldn't even meditate on doing your tax yourself. Like, it shouldn't even be an option. If somebody should even tell you that, tell them that you don't want the best for me.
Okay.
From
How
your
long has
questions, don't even dare it. Go with somebody
So-
that knows what they're doing.
Faith, I'm gonna steer you away from Staples because it sounds like you have more than just a nil return for your corporation. Sounds like you're taking money, sounds like you have expenses. So I recommend getting in touch with me to sort out that, because there's a lot more to it than just a zero return.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Does it take long to file it, or it has does it take long?
If the bookkeeping for the corporation is done already,
Yeah.
it takes approximately 2 hours for me to input the data into the tax software.
Okay.
And I don't touch the corporate returns in March and April,
Yeah.
simply for the fact that there's too many personals in my way that have a deadline of April 30th that I need to get them out first. With
Yes.
corporations, they have 6 months to the year end to file their corporate return.
Okay. Okay. So your contact is on that email. I saw your website.
You can also send your Faith, send your contact to Dave too, so that he can contact you just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, send it so that he can also get in touch with you and help you sort out that part of your life. He will give you a stress-free life. I tell you guys, we have amazing tax accountants here, and they literally they've given me the life I never had, because this government does not joke with their money. You guys can tell already. It's the worst government ever when it comes to money. It's
Yeah.
such a shame. It's such a shame.
One of the things I also want to point out, if you make a mistake with another accounting firm or doing your taxes yourself, fixing a personal return is a heck of a lot easier than fixing a corporate return, for which I'm gonna have to do for one corporate owner that did it themselves. And I've never done that yet, but I'm happy to learn, and I am gonna struggle to get that one fixed. And with corporate returns, we can't go back the 10 years that you can with a personal. It's 3.
So the earlier the better.
Yep.
So, Dave, what are the consequences for not filing your incorporation taxes for years upon years? Is
You'll
it
be
just the same
struck.
as if you're owing, then you?
You will be struck, and you'll be in the same position that I have 2 different corporations right now. They failed to file for over 6 years.
Holy.
They got struck. So they are no longer in operation according to CRA, and they owe $226,000 based on CRA's estimation of what they made that year.
Oh, gee. Hmm.
So if I can get the corporate taxes filed and have the amount owing less than their estimate, they'll remove the estimate and go with the actual.
Wow. So, so, what if they realize that they had a loss, several losses? Do they still pay interest on those?
No, they would just pay a late filing penalty on any amount owing.
Okay.
And the late filing penalty is quite steep.
Over the years, it kind of adds up, eh?
Yeah, the first offense is 5%. The second and third offense is 10 to 25%.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel you should get on that. That's my
Yeah.
advice. Get on it and get on with somebody that knows what they're doing. You don't want to have unnecessary regrets, especially if you're already sweating about not having money in it. So is it better, Dave? Like if you're not making enough money in your incorporation and you wanted to dissolve it, is it better to just dissolve it and not have to be doing taxes for it, or not have to worry about it, or to be filing the zero gain taxes
It
every year
it
till you're
depends
able
on
to
what you're
revise
trying
it?
to do with it. Like I have one guy that has zeros for 2 of his corporate years, and he's asked me that exact same question. And I said to him, look, if you're trying to get loans for your corporation, it
Okay.
needs to show 2 years of
Okay.
activity. So filing the zeros will allow him to have that 2 years activity, even if the activity is hardly anything.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, hold on. So on that question, so can I file, let's say I haven't filed my taxes in 3 years. So this year, can I file, let's say all 3 years, and tomorrow I apply for a loan?
Potentially you could.
Okay.
I mean, I missed many other criterias too, because
Yeah.
the person giving you the money would like to know that you're able to give them back their money.
Yeah, the banks will have a say into how much you can get as a loan, but the banks won't let you have any money if you're filing it through the corporation unless the corporation has a 2 year history.
Okay. Okay. One more question. Sorry, I'm just asking so many
No,
questions.
you should.
Oh,
That's
don't
what we are
ever be
here for.
sorry. I love all the questions. Honestly, it makes my day helping people like this.
Okay, so I just want to ask about maternity. I know I came in when you were talking about it, but I just want to know, because I'm trying to make a decision whether I should quit contract and go back to regular work if I have to. I'm planning to get pregnant or something like that, so I could have enough hours for EI. So
Okay,
do
well,
I,
here's some more bad advice for you. Ready for it?
what?
Here's some more bad advice for you.
Okay.
So there is such a thing called self-employed EI. If you're a subcontractor, you could get self-employed EI. I never recommend this simply for the fact that you have to pay into it for an entire year before you can
Mm,
make a claim. And
yeah.
once you make a claim, they pay out only 55% of your wage. And on
Oh,
top of that, once you've made the claim, you can't cancel it ever again. So I would rather you just simply not worry about going on EI, just simply put away the 55% of your wage that you're getting now and
yes.
treat yourself to your own EI. That way, you will have the money there readily available.
And then in the end, can I file it uh as an expense on in a corporation as part of
As
like
part of your
maternity?
salary. Yes.
Okay.
But if you want to go on EI, the best option is to go work for somebody as an employee,
Mm,
have them cover your EI. That is literally the best option for EI.
okay. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I know I have the EI right now. Dave, I have that small business EI which I've been taking for my childbirth. And yeah, that's true. You have to wait for 1 year. The first year that I applied for it, I couldn't qualify because I had to wait for the following year. Um, I know that it was about $800 to $900 of contribution for the entire year, even though I'm still not making that much out of it anyways right now that I'm on mat leave. But yeah, I think that would have been a better thing, like if I hadn't even paid into it, because right now, like, what they're giving me, it's not even up to anything that's worth me paying them that much money.
It
I
really
wouldn't make
wasn't worth
even,
it. Yep.
yeah, I wouldn't even make that much of from EI. I wouldn't.
Yeah, it would have been better if you would have just saved the money and just paid yourself your own EI as opposed to
Mm.
what they were paying you. Because honestly, from what I've heard from your story, Manette, that is a lot of money to be paying into them to only give you a small little penny.
Very little penny, like guys, we're talking about less than $100.
Not even.
So, I mean, but mind you, you could get more. But again, when you have an incorporation, there are things that you have to look into, consider before. That's why you need financial advisors and you need accountants so that they can help you shape a lot of your decision, your financial decisions, and you know, some people just take it for granted, but honestly, it's really important for when you get to that challenge. If you're not prepared for it, you would really feel disadvantaged. Like right now, I'm on mat leave and I'm struggling to get back to work because I'm not making any much money. I'm making pretty much $95 every 2 weeks or so.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Versus if you did work for someone, you'd be getting like $1,000 every week.
exactly. So you guys know what it means. It's good to make use of the accountants and the financial planners that we have on this group. Honestly, it is very good to make use of them. Talk to them, let them help you guys, because we've been running this education for how many years now and we still have people complaining of the same thing. And I'm like, we've brought you guys free education. Like, I pay for Zoom yearly subscription, but I don't charge anybody for the Zoom. I just let everybody come and learn and have access to quality information for free. So, it's up to you to make use of these people because they know what they're doing. They have dealt with it. We even have people like Dave and Tanya and Ida. They have people that are willing to fight CRA for your sake. Like, they would curse CRA out until CRA succumbs to their request. But we cannot do that because we're scared of CRA. But we have people that are willing to fight that battle with us for free to get you your money. So make use of them.
Okay, thank you. We really appreciate your effort in arranging these meetings.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we have the professionals and the right people. We have three messages here. Thanks so much for this. I've made a booking for a consultation with you for next week. I look forward to finding out. Okay, yes. Dave, Jackie made a consultation with you.
Love that.
Yeah, Jackie made a consultation with you. Um Also, I'll advise that they share their information with you guys with the speakers as well, so that you guys can also get to them in case, because nurses are fond of getting busy and forgetting. Likewise, accountants, but if both ways have both contacts, it makes it easy for communication.
So I just wanted to ask, I know he said that he doesn't touch any corporate taxes in March, but we only have a few days. Will I be able to
Understandably.
get
So
them?
here's how this is gonna work, Faith.
Yes.
If you come now to get
Yes.
corporate taxes done, what'll end up happening is I'll look at it, I'll review it, I'll figure out what bookkeeping needs to be done.
Yeah.
We'll get your personal out of the way if that's what you wish.
Yeah.
And I'll tackle the corporate returns in May when right after tax season. We, yes, of course, we'll be a little late for those other 2 years, but we'll be right on target for that third year.
Okay. So, okay. One more time. So, but if I come now, can we fight because it's not March yet? Could we do, let's say, the the year 2021?
We could.
Okay,
Okay.
because these people are not leaving me alone. They keep
Oh,
calling.
first of all, get me access to the corporation. Second of all, have my people call CRA on your behalf to get them off your back. Because the last thing I need is for somebody to be stressed out about CRA. CRA, they are a bunch of bullies. And I'm the bullier's bully.
And it's no joke. He's not kidding. It's not a joke. So, question for you, Faith. Did you file your personal tax already?
So in 2021, I had an accountant that made a mistake.
Oh, we
So
love those.
in
Get on in. Let's
2021,
go.
in 2021, he took money out when, like, he filed that I made dividends. Like, that's the only way I made money for that year, personal money. So he filed it as dividends. But then, so I used that, the form he gave me, I think you said was a T5, and I used that to file my own taxes. But then he did not file my corporate taxes. So I haven't filed any corporate taxes since, and
What about personal?
my personal, I'm up to date.
Okay, you filed it for 2021, 2022,
Yes,
and 2023.
2023, I'm yet to file it.
Don't
Okay, that's
file it.
good.
Not yet.
Okay. But I just want to get the 2021 out of the way so these people can stop calling me.
First, get me access. Book a consult with me.
Mhm.
Help them, help get them off your back.
Okay. Okay, we'll do. This website you gave is not working.
Which one?
The one with the last one.
Oh, the last one was a no-brainer. Don't do it.
Okay.
Here's the Calendly links to book with me.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Does anybody else have any other questions? Curious about anything else, or we're now at 38 minutes. We can definitely end the Zoom anytime soon. Dolapo, are you there? Do you have any questions? El Rabena, I usually see you here. You're always here. Are you guys present, or you're just being quiet in the
Yes,
background?
Oh yeah, I'm present. I'm listening to everything that
Oh,
he is saying.
that's good.
And yeah, he's all right. Last year I I owe the CR almost 7,000, so I'll be done paying them. I went on payment installments with them. I'll be done paying them in March. So I'm taking in everything that he's saying, and then
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
work on
great.
that. Yeah, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it because I am clueless when it comes to
Oh, dear.
that
I
stuff.
love clueless people because then we can make them clueful.
That's true.
That word.
Yeah, and I can't stand CRA, so
So
as Faith is saying, so I understand what she's going through.
one of the things I will mention is that I offer a free tax review. If you give me 10 minutes with your prior year taxes and I find nothing, you owe me nothing. But within 10 minutes, I can often find missed deductions or missed opportunities that can save you money. And because it's a personal tax return, we can go back 10 years.
Oh
Mm,
wow, okay. I'm liking this.
mm, okay, so it's 10
So
years for us now, eh?
so we can revisit the taxes that we did before and
And if your accountant screwed up and missed something,
mm,
that's what I love. I love finding everything.
okay.
And
Does it
he's
really
good at,
matter if, sorry, go ahead, Faith, sorry.
no, I'm just saying, and he's good at finding things. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it matter if the person that did your taxes for you is a former CRA worker? Because he's worked there for the longest time and
My
retired.
my favorite fixes are those that come from other accounting firms who have
Yeah,
their CPAs.
yeah,
My all-time very first one that I ever dealt with
yeah.
had an accounting firm file his disposition of a truck. So he got rid of his truck, wrote it off, insurance paid him out. And these accountants who have their letters, they put the income as other income. And I discovered that that's not where that goes because that is capital gains, not other income, and saved this guy over $8,000.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow. That's good. Yeah, this is my first
One
time.
little line mistake. It literally was the next line up.
Hmm, okay. Thank you
He may
Yeah.
so
have worked for CRA in the past, but his experience, I promise you, is outdated.
much. Okay. This is the first time I owe the CRA, so it's very.
I have only ever owed the CRA twice in my lifetime. Once when I moved from London, Ontario to Alberta, and once when I got married. Those are the only two times I've ever owed.
So is it a bad thing not to get married or what?
It's better not to owe.
Yeah, that's true. Oh boy. All right. Hmm.
One of the things I always say is it's your money, you deserve to keep it.
Yeah,
True.
that's your
Because I
motto,
work so
right?
hard. I work so hard.
That's your mission statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And here
Thank you
at
all
Food
so much for
Accounting, we
being
believe
here.
in honesty and integrity, and we pay attention to the details. Another thing I often say is attention to details, because the devils are in the details.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave has a lot more interesting services. So so get talking with him, talking with the accountants and see how they can help you with your business. Even getting like good um subscription to QuickBooks, a way cheaper rate. They have those advantages. If you're with QuickBooks, they have those advantages that they can get you a cheaper rate. Any of the accountants here can. Yeah, so you guys should definitely
Unlike other accountants, though, I don't mark up my subscription price. Whatever QuickBooks charges me is what I pass on. That's it.
yeah. So yeah, some people might try to make money behind you, but some other people are more honest. with what they do and how they provide their service. So are we good to end the session now, or somebody has some other interesting question? Dolapo, are you here? Okay. Well, thank you everybody for being here today.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Minette. Talk soon.
Talk soon, guys. Thank you for being present, everybody.
Okay, all right, bye.
Bye.